now, after all these technical improvements and lots of engineering hours spent, have you ever thought how open source companies make money from their freely and open source products? As all of you are very familiar, there are some traditional methods to make money from free and open source products, which means changing the revenue generation channels from licenses fees to the services fees. Here the services means installation support, customer support, documentation, and so on. But we strongly believe that there must be some other ways to make money from an open source product too. And as a result of our business models development, we suggested 3 more business models to make money. The first one is OEM agreements, which means our free and open source product will be pre-installed in the hardware by combination of other commonly used open source components. This method is a win-win situation for both software providers and the hardware providers, because hardware provider will be able to serve much more high-quality services for their customers, and the open source producers will be able to reach more customers through the hardware producers' already established customer base. On the other hand, there must be some other ways too. The second one is adding some closed source parts to make it company-specific solution or organization-specific solutions, because most of the organizations or companies are not tend to pay money for software until it has a business-critical mission. And on the contrary, if it has a business-critical mission, they accept it to be a closed-source solution. So that's why adding some closed-source parts can be another way of making money from free and open-source networking projects. Lastly, but not leastly, some of the closed-source software providers started to use open-source components to increase their software solution products qualities and decrease their time to market. So this can be, which means selling our open source solution to a closed source firm, also can be another way of making money. And in an open source product, we think there must be some very important features, like whole product. The quality of whole product is very crucial. And besides that, it's really important that the open source solution is user-friendly, easy to install and manage. So that's why our team allocated quite a lot of time in, for example, lease part to make our solution has a better user interface. And also we spend lots of time in Martin's part and Raul's part to make our solution easy to install and easy to manage for our customers. And besides our business model developments, we worked on several other points. For example, we prepared execution plans for our first target markets, which are Mozambique and Malawi. And as the National Research and Education Networks are our first target markets in the African continent, we hope that the total numbers of active NRNs will be reached to the double-digit numbers soon. And also, we believe that an open source solution needs a very active community which supports it. And that's why we started a discussion forum to encourage people, to encourage potential entrepreneurs to take actions against our solution. Because as a team, we really believe in the substance of project and already available software components that we developed inside the KTH and the developers from the outside KTH, which can run on low-cost, mass-produced hardware, is the unique value proposition of our whole open-source networking project. And now my friend Thomas will talk about some feature work and recommendations.
Well, as you can notice, the project was really broad, and there are several things that can be deepened in the project. So, for example, the specific case of the concept tool, what could be deepened is to create some more intelligent alarms for other things such as the specific ports, specific dangerous ports, for example. In the case of the dual network, there is a small improving of the security that can be done in the process of detecting the disconnection of the clients. Now we are using Git DHCP this time, but something more intelligent could be applied over there if there is more time. Also, some other further models for open source networking in the web. We have developed a few, but there are some good open source networking tools, like for example FreeRadius or Ticket System tools that do not have a model yet. And these models could be developed and could be given it back for the open source community around Webbing and above OSN. And there is this point that Alper has just mentioned about open source networking community, of building the community. Just in the end of the project, we got this idea of creating this forum, and we really believe that it's something really important for open source networking. I mean, open source software is based on community. There is no enterprise really funding it. It's not like Microsoft that's going to promote it. So it has to arrange a meeting place, a meeting point of all the developers to share their knowledge, share their experience, share their projects, so this can actually grow and achieve a marketing position where people will think of implementing open source networking as they think of using a Cisco. They will see it reliable, and there is a lot of places installed. And that's also why we need to contact more entrepreneurs and sell them this idea so they can start working on this, implementing, because once there are more implemented open source networks, people will start to realize that this is really achievable and it's as good as the closed softwares. We have much more information in our website, it's like our technical reports, our business reports, our project reports, also some podcasts on our YouTube channel, and you're welcome to see and to ask us some questions. Thank you very much.